Okay, who we have to talk to? I think we got Juna. Yeah, we got Juna. Hi, Juna.
Hey. Thanks.
We have the power.
Hello.
Hello there, I'm going to pick up my dress for the festival. I thought that Rasant girl who picked it up earlier was your employer, Lady Juna. The Rasant girl, you say? It couldn't be the singer from last year? The singer who was shouting at you from last year's festival? If I recall, her name was Murtis. If she's still harassing me, that outfit's in danger. Perhaps she hasn't gotten far. Let's have a look around. Yeah, close the door a little bit. There she is, over there. Murtis, right? Did you take my outfit? If so, I'll have it back, please. Your outfit? Don't play dumb. You're the only one who have the gall to stoop so low. Oh, really? Well, I did pick up my dress earlier, but it's so last year. So it's Ash's now. You wouldn't. You've gone a little far. No matter how much you dislike Juno, there's no need to burn it. It was my dress to do what I want with. They tailored it to my measurements last year. And they have the audacity to trot you out in the same bloody dress? The comparisons alone would be a mockery of me. You're a big, famous songstress. What the hell compels you to show up out of the blue for a sideshow and steal my livelihood? So you listen. Bow out, or I'll spread those pretty Erica flowers all over the stage. They're poisonous, of course. Perfect for a viper like you. Maybe you'll shed your skin and the world will find out what a cute little thing you really are. Will, don't. Why Erica flowers? I can't. I'm scared. If there's Erica flowers on the stage, I'll be with you.
No.
Too true, my ever reliable escort. I'm sure I'll be fine. I know I was asked to do it, but in a way, I did steal this performance from her. Still, I can't let all the people looking forward to it down now. Music shares its origin with magic, you know. A song has the power to lift the spirits and ease the sorrows. As a child, music was my only hope in a way. I keep getting pinged. Who is that? It's another person I know. A friend I know is streaming I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream, because they've never gone through it before. I want to share that hope with people all over the world through magic that we call song. People used to say my head was in the clouds and that I was a dreamer, but it's not a dream. It's both my reality and my future. I can achieve it. I will achieve it. You're not so different, I imagine. You're making an effort to take the future in your hands. Quite the pair we make, I've actually never got through it either. It's a good game! I would really recommend it. If you can't, I would recommend the book, but of course, don't pay like the $300 for the book, just get the PDF online. They're both good, so I can sense Juna's faith in me as our goals align.
I can't get discouraged here.
I've decided, forget the dress. I'll show up as who I am, no bells, no whistles. Oh, I know what it's about. Okay. I mean, it's basically the same thing in the book that it is in the game, so... I mean, there's a couple other smaller differences, but more or less it's the same story. I appreciate you being here today. Let's stop by Capra and tell them about the outfit, then we'll head back.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
I've actually downloaded a lot of free domain murder mystery books from my favorite site. Oh! Thank you, Brigitte.
This here.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I have a few books I've saved on my PC.
About the currents.
I don't know. I have a couple folders of different things I've saved. I have like one folder that's just fanfics I've saved, which thank God I did because some got deleted. And then I have another one for like books. Nurse's Lance will be ready by tomorrow. It seems like the tide's come down a bit too. We should be able to set off for Altsbury soon. Considering Fidelia is still on the mend, how about we spend the rest of the day helping out people? An excellent suggestion. We should repay those who have done so much for us. It wouldn't hurt to have their support in the future. Wait, is this the scene I think it is? This is a very funny scene. So I'll accompany you in this. In this, I'm actually quite sure I would be most useful. I think this is the one where they all get drunk. It's our last day on the island. We need to spend tonight formulating plans for tomorrow, so if there's anything else you want to do, let's get it done during the day. Okay. Doesn't look like there's anyone that wants to talk to you right now.
Where to?
So I have no one to talk to. I mean, I can just go to the Coliseum then, I guess. No one wants to hang out.
What now? All right then. Where to?
That man's making some weird noises next to me.
Let's go.
Okay, let's fight. Yes, let's hear it. Lena!
Fight on!
Lena's at the Coliseum! Yes, I want to see Lena. Hi, Lena! Oh wow, I didn't think I'd face someone like you in here. This is going to make a great advert. It really is Lena. Be careful of the same. She'll be tough in a one-on-one fight. Oh, it's one-on-one. Shoot. Okay. Wow. Today we play host a true tournament for the throne and grudge match. Step forward, challengers, and fight.
All right. Let's show him what we can do. Looks like we can't brute force through this one.
What are you weak to? Let's try light first. Okay, that does a decent bit. Okay, she's using all... She's a fire... But I blocked fire, Lena! How could you forget this is a one-on-one? I actually never did all of the Coliseum on my first playthrough. I got to Silver 1, and by the time that happened, too many story things had progressed, I couldn't come back here.
I won't hold back.
How much does Almighty do to you? Well, that missed, so I don't know. Okay, she's upgrading again. Lena, I blocked that, but okay.
Let's go.
Okay, that's a critical.
That was perfect.
I won't
That's
hold
doing a decent bit.
This igniter.
Oh, there you go. You know into other moves.
Nice hit. That was perfect.
Soul Hacker.
That's it. This igniter.
Lena,
Here's a little.
I blocked. Okay.
I won't hold back.
This igniter.
Oh, you know wind.
Here's a special.
Well, might as well heal myself real quick.
This igniter.
Lena, I still block fire. Also, that's great. You're using the magic thing. Almighty will still hit.
Still up.
Lena,
This igniter.
Lena, you know Gale. Gale does damage.
Special.
Vitus power.
Poor Lena. She tried.
Okay. I feel
absolutely smashing fight you showed us there. Gold 2. More fighting ahead of you. Oh, I wonder how that sword is. But I think I have the strongest sword in the game. So. Oh, I lost, but you were amazing out there. I guess I shouldn't have expected anything less considering that sweet runner of yours. What brings you here in the first place, Lena? These fights have nothing to do with the tournament or gauntlet runners. The tournament and the Colosseum are just two sides of the same coin. There's an opportunity to advertise Caden Workshop. I'll show up anywhere I please. That's fair. You do what you need to do. It was a pretty spur-of-the-moment choice, honestly, but I did well in these ranked matches, so all as well as ends well, I suppose. Why are you so good at everything you try? I can't deny how hard you're working for your runner shop, though.
All right.
I love Lena. Maybe it's time I took a step back and seeing how I lost and all, but you're so strong. Keep up the good work. You know, kind of different challenge than usual, huh? Don't forget to fix your party formation. What party formation? It was just me! Holy hell, I just read that Meta products were having a surge of accounts run by AI and they were an experiment by Meta itself. Well, that sucks.
What's up, Del? Something on your mind? There's nothing. Just thinking.
Oh no. You're not still feeling unwell, are you?
It's just the twins now, that's all. I'm sharp as ever, me.
Are you sure? Because I remember, once the big fever passed, you went hot and cold again a couple more times. I've never seen you go down like that.
I said I'm fine, didn't I? God, but you worry too much. Come on, I'm starving.
Something's bothering me.
Really? He seemed pretty healthy to me.
Just a bad feeling, I suppose. It was a human that wounded him. Hard to say whether the Magla might have any nasty side effects. You know.
You mean he may need magic healing? I don't know if we're gonna find that here on the island.
Hey, is there any way we could get Rella to take a look at him? Magla-born symptoms can take a turn for the worse incredibly fast, no matter how healthy you are. I'd rather not let it fester.
Well, we do claim to help anyone in need, eh? But don't forget that we're fighting a battle. And if you cannot distinguish friend and foe on the battlefield, it will be your end.
I know you're right. But I get the feeling those two are telling themselves the same thing.
What if now? What if, instead of speeding to her doorstep, we ask her saintliness to come here? It'll just take a bit of conspiring to get our story straight.
You couldn't even block the accounts? Isn't that illegal? Shouldn't you be able... I thought there was a law where you actually have to be able to let people block accounts from other users, and if they're marking these as users, then I think that would be a lawsuit. Oh, and that's fine, take your time. If I'm more muted during this scene, it's because I'm eating chips and I don't want you to hear me crunching the whole time.
I mean, I'm not normally a chap to take sides in this sort of thing, but those two hardly strike me as the evil type.
Look, Captain, I wouldn't feel right ignoring this. Will you please go to the royal capital for me?
No problem. I'll go.
These are Cheetos, they crunch loud, I don't think you want to hear that.
I knew you'd say that. Well, if Rella's coming here, I guess it won't be that much trouble.
Thanks. I remember I called you too soft once. I see now I was wrong.
If that's sorted, Let's get it done sharpish before any complications crop up.
Thank you so much for your help leading the evacuation. They tell me not everyone got a chance to thank you. So on their behalf...
Don't worry about it. Didn't want the annihilation of a whole village on my conscience is all.
Wasn't expecting you to handle the evacuation side, Del. Thought for sure you'd be the first in the fray with the human.
I've actually tasted the flamin' hot ones once, and they were good for a spicy lover like me. Yeah, I think they were just the wrong kind of spice for me. I love spicy food. They just, it had like this artificial spiciness I didn't like to it, so I didn't really eat them. So I just like the regular Cheetos.
They healed me up. Gotta repay the favor, don't I? Wouldn't feel right otherwise.
Then for their sake, you should take care of yourself, too.
What? Who the hell? No way. Aren't you Saint Rella?
You're joking. You're not joking. Why is she here?
I called for her, and she came. You that surprised? I know people in the Crown Theocracy. My work speaks for itself these days.
It's almost time for the Saints' Day festivities in Montario. Having been invited, I was in the area. I heard about your splendid work, Fidelio and Basilio. I hardly recognize the two of you.
You remember us?
Of course. This is a bit of a reversal, though. Back then, it was you helping treat Basilio's wound. I can tell how far you've come since then.
Ugh.
But I've also heard about your own injury. Your right foot, I'm guessing. Have you felt any sudden fevers come on? Let me have a look. Yes, that should do. I can see you had an expert looking after you already. Physically, you're as well as anyone could ask. But... Fidelio, is there something you feel lost or anxious about?
Where's that coming from?
I've talked to lots of people and observed the flow of their magic. By now, I'm certain that Magla is connected to our emotions. When I speak to someone who's feeling strong emotions, I can sense the state of their heart as if seeing it with my own eyes.
Nah, I'm sound. Nothing's getting me down.
I see. Then you should be fine. Just don't take life for granted, or your treatment will have been for nothing. Keep on living, all right? For now, let's see. Run to the beach and back with Basilio. If you can make it without slowing down, then clearly there's nothing wrong with your foot.
Hey, sounds like a laugh. Just like when we were kids. Step lively, Del, or I'll leave you behind.
Hey, what the hell? I said I'm fine. Oh, damn it. Basilio! Hang on!
Juna blatantly not mentioning their sisters. I mean, she has to keep it secret, so...
Thanks, Rella. When you told me about the first time you'd saved someone's life, I didn't realize you were talking about them.
You're in Luis's entourage now. Yet you needed our stories to match in front of the brothers. You're swimming in dangerous waters, aren't you?
Oh, second.
Not just that. You've got a gauntlet runner that can teleport across the land and an elder captain who wields it through magic. That's a lot to take in. I didn't realize it when I met you before, but you're already one of the top candidates. I saw the King's Rock. Are you intending to confront Louise?
Yes, that's right.
Well, there you have it.
So you are committed to this path, no matter what. I knew this day might come. It's not my place to...
Come now.
Oh, shoot.
Do you have to be so bleak? I've already...
I knew this day might come. It's not my place to stop you.
Come now. Do you have to be so bleak? I've already spent my fair share of time with Luis, you know. He spent my fair share of...
Don't underestimate Luis. As far as the Crown Theocracy knows, the King's magic will protect the highest candidates from any harm, and they think that guarantees their safety at the festival. But I've done my research. Some attacks the barrier can't stop. I believe the magic only prevents underhanded approaches, like ambush.
So there's a loophole.
It's not widely known, but take a duel, for instance. Both parties identify themselves, fight with consent, and the magic won't protect them, no matter their standing.
But if you just have to identify yourself and agree to fight... Was that why the battle with Gladel?
Suffice it to say, the King's Shield is not perfect, and Luis will surely exploit that. I have a terrible feeling there will be bloodshed before Saint's Day is over. I won't try to stop you, but be careful down the road, all right?
Yes, understood.
Then please, look after Juna.
Ugh. You do know I'm not a child anymore.
Keep up, Del! Gotta be faster than that!
Spring-heeled bastard, you've got the height advantage. Damn it, you haven't won yet.
Oh, nope, I forgot a window. There's a window loose. I can see the outline. Top right corner. You can see the blue coming in from the skybox. Oh, I can see it there with the big one too.
I suppose we'll have to leave it there.
This room, they still got the clipping windows. Sent Rilla back to Grand Tread with teleportation magic, avoiding the gaze of the brothers who were fortunately too winded to notice.
Can't deny it this time, though. You lot did fantastic.
And Lady Juna's safe too. I owe you thanks for that, if nothing else. The Islanders gave us a map of the east side of the island. Their way of thanking us, I suppose. You're welcome to it, if you don't waste it.
See? Old Del's great at looking after people. He saved loads of them in the evacuations.
Oh, belt top, would you? Been meaning to ask. That's a book, yeah?
Didn't take you for a book reader. Lord Luis likes them though. Often got his head berries in one.
By the way, doesn't Lord Luis have this same book? I hear it's been banned.
How should we know? Not like we grew up round books. People barely literate nowadays, frankly.
So, what's it say? As long as we're killing time anyhow, let me see it. In this world, one can become anything they desire. Neither birth nor status decides your occupation.
Huh. Sounds grand, that. You think this place really exists?
Of course not, you muppet. It's a fantasy, remember? Anyone is free to become anything. This is a paradise of equality and freedom, devoid of discrimination or prejudice. Pretty words, then. But if everybody's free to do what they want, they'll work out their own reasons to be prejudiced.
He's not wrong.
You can call it a utopia, but I reckon people living in it might romanticize our world too.
Playing Dr. Spotted.
At the end of the day, dreaming of escape will only ever be a dream. Nothing changes unless you do it with your own hands.
Aye. But if we really could do anything, I quite fancy opening up a little diner with you, Del. You like singing, eh? And I'm dead handy with a cook pan. We could invite Lady Juna over, host a fancy soiree of our own. Every night, just us and our best mates living it up.
Oh, hi, Nix.
You telling me you don't like the sound of that?
Get your head out of the clouds, Baz. We're long past being able to get away with that. Doesn't matter anyway. A dream is just a dream.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Now then.
Yes, of course.
There we go. Sorry, I set it to auto. The suffering is coming up. I had just let it keep playing in the background. My mom had took Luna out for a walk, and Nyx was sitting there vibrating, whining and stuff because she missed her sister. We're still trying to train that out of them. So I was comforting her along with Robin. Oh, see, as the suffering is coming up. Do you want to record? Yeah. We decided that we helped the villagers prepare for the festival, and once the effigy of the dragon god was complete, the sun was already down.
Didn't expect them to throw such a party before our departure. A far cry from our first night here in a cell.
I hear 'tis a festival in the dragon god's name, meant to ensure a safe sea voyage. In place of a lighthouse, their fire is kept burning until the morning.
I say, these locals are barely well informed. They're up to their gills in practical and theoretical magna theory. Not as focused on the mechanicals as us mainlanders, but the land's far from barbaric. Their insights could rather improve the runner's design, you know? Ah, speaking of, I finished with the last replica.
We're finally ready.
Woo! Grand, ain't it? Del's all better, and we've got some choice souvenirs to bring back to Lord Luis.
We're not out of the woods yet. Don't be too quick to celebrate.
Hey, come on, lads, loosen up! It's a party! We've all earned a little fun.
And you? What's a sanctist fat cat like you doing getting all giddy over a pagan festival?
I have to laugh, don't I? You know, I thought the Crier's life had made me pretty knowledgeable about our world, but turns out most of what I knew was lies. Makes me think, maybe this is how my old father felt.
Crier a family trade, eh?
Imagine that.
The Crown Theocracy does love their hereditary titles. Yeah, my old man was a serious fella. More than me, that's for sure. He called out corruption where he saw it. Made him a pariah. But there you go. Yeah, I remember he once flat out suggested igniters were more dangerous than the crown theocracy was letting on. And there was that riot in the slums, of course, the one started by that Parapus. The church dismissed it as paupers revolting over their conditions. But my old man, well, he said it wasn't a riot at all. Outright accused the crown theocracy of turning an innocent Parapus feral through horrific magic experiments.
What?
Who knows what really happened there? Either way, nobody took my father seriously. He was condemned as a liar, and he died young. Just the way it is, I suppose. People will always prefer their own feelings, the truth. Happiness is a luxury hard to come by otherwise. Hard to care about the world after that. I was a poor excuse for a crier, if you ask me. Yet, here I am. It's beyond weird. Somehow, you lot have managed to make the world seem interesting again. I'm genuinely grateful, you know? It makes a man feel as if he owes you.
You owe us nothing. Can't afford any rumors about you being biased in our favor, anyway.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Honestly, though, you need anything, you've got me on your side. I'll do what I can. For now, I'll catch a boat ride to Altabri ahead of you. Once this festival's over, it'll be farewell for the moment. So, let's make this a bash to remember.
Now, time for some fun. Bring out the treats.
And those are?
The fruit is called dragon's tears. They're quite precious. Their tree only bears once every few years.
Ah, just delicious. Beyond delicious.
Wonderful. This again. Hulkenberg's tastes are a dubious metric at best.
Please, it's the rarest of harvests, and we would like to share it with you.
The juice burst forth as soon as I put it in my mouth.
Sounds. I feel quite.
Right? What's going on? There's something odd about the way those two are laughing.
We have two happy drunks, we have a crying drunk.
But he's crying. What is this fruit?
You see, in old times, long times ago, people ate this to reach a higher plane of existence and talk to the gods.
Aha! Yes, you certainly appear to have reached some higher state. Glad I passed.
Stroll!
Phew. Finally back to normal. Well, that sure felt like a festival. Not that I'm complaining. Oh, and did you hear? The people of this island make a wish over that flame. It's said that if you write your wish on a piece of paper, it'll bring you good luck. You don't often get to relax like this. So why don't you go there with someone?
We certainly have plenty of time. This is a rare opportunity. Who should invite? We can only invite one person. This is the only other option where you can spend time with someone.
Have you decided on someone?
So, is there anyone you would like to spend time with? We have Stroll, Hulkenberg, Nurse, Heisme, Juna. Not you! I wanted to. Hold on. I can fast forward. Thankfully, we just made a save. I thought it was gonna go to next. I didn't think it would keep going. Zoom! I don't know who, to be honest. Have you decided on someone? Strill, Hulkenberg, Neris, Heisme, Juna, Yufa, Gallica. These are our choices. Anyone at all. Yo, does YouTube send my messages? The last message I got other than this one was, I don't know who, to be honest. Ah, okay. Yeah, Why do I have to choose? I suck at choosing! Okay, hold on. God, why are there so many ads on here? I have an ad blocker. Okay, what do we got? Yeah. Okay. Since I love you, I was actually making a wheel so we can choose. But fine, we'll do straw. I was making a wheel so we could just put the names on there and then put. No, look, hold on. Where is sources? Browser source. New source. That's not it. Oh god, it's showing it on the screen! Get that out of there! I think stupid YouTube glitches out and doesn't send my messages. Oh! Here, wait, hold on. I'll just take a picture and send it to you on Discord. No, like, see, I had actually made a wheel so I could choose for you. Don't need the wheel now, I guess. My lord, what's in those dragon tears? We got Heisme babbling and on and crying his eyes out, then Hulkenberg and Yufa were having sword fights with my arms. This banquet has been memorable. Right. Now seems like a good time as any to make our wishes to the Dragon God statue. You make your wish? I considered a few, but settling on wishing for our victory over Luis. It felt important enough. We'll have no second chance after this. I'm sorry I was immobile and I was eating and tried to communicate that, but I guess it glitched. Oh, it's okay! Funniest thing though is I had said stroll. If you really think about it, you realize how with each passing moment, any number of people out there in this country are making their own wishes for their future. And all those wishes, they're a responsibility too. I find that somewhat terrifying. I get that. I think I know the feeling. You too, huh? You know, sometimes I have this dream, well, more of a nightmare. Luis gets the best of us, and we die. Ridiculous, isn't it? To be brought so low by a dream. Especially when all I've got to do is make sure that it never comes true. What about you? Did you wish for something? For the country? For everyone's safety? I forgot to! Everyone's safety. So are you! Your wishes, they seem to come true. Felt that way since all the way back at the fort. Regardless, I have faith in you, that is will. Hi, Juna!
Hey!
Did you make your wishes? What'd you wish for? You're not supposed to tell anyone, you know. Well, that's unfair. I bet you told Will. Oh, I see something. Okay, I didn't know this happens. I think I did, I'm trying to remember, I think we did a Heisman on our last playthrough. Oh, come up. If that's the impression I've given you, you're sorely mistaken. Tell her she's wrong, Will. Never mind that. Did you two notice the brothers have been staring daggers at us since earlier? Seems like a good opportunity as any. Might be time to go sweet talk them, huh? Screams. As easy as that. She's so aware of her surroundings at all times. I suppose that's how she managed to sneak into Luis's good graces. Isn't she just flirting? I don't think I could do that. I'm terrible at lying. I know I could never manage something like that. Yeah, I'm just as surprised even at a time like this. She has her guard up. Takes extraordinary self-discipline and I admire her for it. It's hard to tell what the Magnus brothers are thinking, but let's pray they don't catch on. Oh, right, I found something interesting on the island. Really decent greatsword washed up on the shore. Not sure if you'll find it useful, but I think it's best in your hands. It's usable. Stroll, you gave me a weapon that benefits you! So you want to give it to me? Of course, I cleaned it up rather nicely with a little elbow grease. I left it on the runners, so if you want, let's go have a look. I was expecting you to take screens since Judah straight up went. Oh, well, that's the great thing about PS5. I can do this. Got the great sword. I can just record the whole scene.
Tell, you hear all that? What that cry was talking about?
Yeah. Sounded proper familiar to me.
It's easy to blame the Sanctus Church for the whole thing. But maybe not all of them were happy about it.
My brother loves that oh, I do too. I've actually used that function so many times during when I was working. I mean, I would normally have the target manager up in general just to record, but I would use the 5-minute ones so much.
Makes you think. I remember St. Rella looked like her heart was breaking, seeing us at death's door. Maybe she knew what was going on. Del, what do we believe in, really? Are we absolutely positive that, you know, Count Luis's vision and ours have enough in common?
I thought we were done talking about this. He's the reason we got this far. A couple of Parapus orphans. Nobody else wants us. Nobody cares about us. We'd be nothing without Count Luis.
I know, Del, but he makes all them speeches about equality, but in the end, he's gonna leave the weak to die. I heard him talk about his ideal world, and it sounds like a world where we'd have died alone in the dirt. No Saint Rella to save us. Is that what we're fighting for?
Too late for that kind of talk, brother. Blood on our hands either way.
Hey! What are you two doing on your own? Come join the party! You'll miss the whole festival.
Lady Juna.
What's that look about? I know you're absolutely smitten with me, love, but you needn't be so tense about it.
Do you plan to kill Count Luis?
What are you talking about? He can't be killed anyway.
Lady Juna, I don't think your heart is with Count Luis anymore. Or maybe it never was. There's a side of you that you only show them. But us, starting to think we've never seen the real you.
Are you really so worried for Count Luis? He's the one who measures worth in power. So what would he think to hear you underestimating him?
So you don't actually work for Forden or nothing then? No ulterior motives?
I've been with Count Luis since before the race even started, haven't I? Ever since he was stripped of command.
Hey, Del.
I'm sorry if I made you worry. That's my fault. But trust me on this. I promise I'll make sure this world's got more to give you two than despair.
I saw it with my own eyes. That lance gets past the king's magic. That means it can kill a candidate. They were testing it among themselves, and Lady Juna was right there with them.
You serious? How are we supposed to report that to Count Luis?
Don't worry, it's my own problem. I told you to leave the thinking to me.
You know, I really like Lady Juna's songs. And I like seeing you listening to her when you get the chance. You got arm around your heart, Del, and her music pierces it. I don't want to kill Lady Juna. And you don't either, Del. Do you?
It's our last night on the island. Tomorrow's the big day. Let's make sure we're plenty rested.
Good night.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Yeah, I don't see things ending up over the siblings. Oh, I think Luna's home. Nyx is freaking out. Let me go check on them. Hello. Sorry, Luna just got back. Puppies, I think it's a great idea to separate them for a few minutes, and then for longer periods they will get used to it. Yeah, we've been trying to do it where some walks they are together, and then some walks they are separated. So we're trying to teach them when they're on walks together that they don't try and, like, pull, and then try and see who gets to be in the lead first. And then Luna's pretty calm when Nyx is out for a walk. It's Nyx that just doesn't really like to be separated from Luna. I must say that I'm sad to leave the island for no other reason than every meal here has been an utter delight. I'm almost certain you said the same thing when we left Brylehaven and Martira. A new world of cuisine is but a few days away if you just be patient. Mind your tongue, Stroll. A few days is thrice as many meals. Wow, you're really taking this hard. Well, when you said your goodbyes to the people and the food, meet me at the Gauntlet Runner. Well, are they back already? Oh, hold on. Do I need to buy anything before heading out?
Okay then.
Is there any beetles I'm missing here? Or did I get all the ones right here? Okay, I talked to that kid. I did that one.
Alright.
Okay, I can't teleport to other places right now. So nope, we're good.
Alright then.
Let's go.
Looks like the sea's settled somewhat. We've got a map of the Altaberry region too. I'd say we're set.
Now we can leave with our minds clear and pockets full, eh? Where are those brothers? Out on errands?
I say we just leave them behind.
Yeah, that seems like a bad idea.
Well, long as we've got a minute alone, let's go over our plan. As soon as we get to Altaberry, we give Luis the fake lance Nuris made up for us.
While I hold on to the real one.
Then, on the eve of this divine relic dedication ceremony, we use the real lance to end this, once and for all. He doesn't know we've worked out its powers. We'll use that to our advantage. Juna, we'll need you to convince Luis to attend the eve of the festival.
Oh, I've been pestering him to do so for a while now. Don't want him spending the evening in his heavily fortified Skyrunner after all.
So where is the false lance in question?
Right here, ready to poke an eye out. Oh, what do you think? A dead ringer, eh?
Such detail. Even I can't tell them apart.
When we get to Altaberry, we'll pass off the fake to Luis. Then, we execute our plan.
Oh, by the way, I was talking with the Magnus brothers earlier. Think they might be onto us.
That's not good. We'll need to be more careful.
Wait, footsteps. Speak of the devils. We'll need to hide the real lance.
You're late. We were about to leave you behind.
Right, all present and counted. Anchors away, what?
Aye aye, me hearties! What's wrong then? Is that not the customary exclamation of sailors? Mr. Buckland was very specific.
I wouldn't believe everything he says.
'Tis a strange melancholy, leaving the people we have so recently come to know.
We'll be back. With some fantastic tales to tell them too.
Yes, certainly.
Oh no, this doesn't look good.
This is Altaberry Heights. We'll make faster progress back on land.
Stroll, no. Fine wind will make us making landfall by tomorrow. The whole trip should take 2 nights and 3 days of travel. So I have to do 1 day of being rocked sick. Now that the grim face of Eversol Captain, for Stroll's sake, let us make haste. Full speed ahead to Altaberry Heights, capital of Montario. Take care you don't tumble overboard now. It's all suffering from here on out. Yep.
With a new ally in tow, the Gauntlet Runner at last departs the island toward the eastern side of the inland sea. Their destination is the Principality of Montario. Its vast mountain crags, so different from the western terrain, can be seen clearly from the water. Their forthcoming task would be their greatest trial yet. They felt the tension rise in wordless silence.
Indeed.
I can see this plan is not gonna work at all. 2 more days until we reach Altaberry. Well, at least on this journey we don't have to worry about that sea monster anymore.
Oh. Got it.
Oh, thank you, WinZip Tool, for telling me. Now, why would I lie to you?
Okay, so... Got a second?
Let's do MP.
All right then.
Understood.
Speaking of... Huh?
I'm saying nothing, I'm just gonna let you enjoy the ride.
The Gauntlet Runner arrives at Cliffshade Camp, just as the curtain of night descends on the wilderness. Ideal for their cover, it works both ways, as monsters and rogues alike await their victims in the shadows of the rocks. Only a Gauntlet Runner offers peace of mind against such dangers. A large reason
I enjoyed the ride! But you're very smart. Who's at my door? There's a Luna! Hi, Luna! How you doing, sweetie? Did you have a nice time?
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Puppy can't comfort me. Stand among the mountains. I have long gazed at the peaks of Montario from the island, but I never imagined I'd see them this close. Altaberry remains cold year-round, so accordingly, its people have preferred the art of piping hot stew. Oh man, I could go for some stew. Well, it's home to the foremost opera house in the kingdom, and well, I suppose that will be the stage of our confrontation with Elise. Let's keep our hopes high.
Guess.
Is it just me, or the vines changed slightly? No, the... Okay, hold on a second. Sorry, my mom was asking if I knew where some phone numbers were. Some tall mountains on the horizon. Let's make sure our preparations are complete by tomorrow night. Have the vines changed? No. The time passing one will change, but not at the moment.
Got it.
We still got a while for that one.
All good.
Nope. I don't want to cook more. Just do MP. Hi, Basilio.
Understood.
Hello, Heisme.
The Gauntlet Runner makes a
one of these
short
ones.
stop
This
on
one's
the
cute.
Rodeo Cliff, a bluff so tremendous it fills one's vision. Its massive fissure is said to be the vestige of a god's wrath, as only a force capable of splitting heaven and earth could cause it. Perfectly balanced by the work of nature, or the wrath of gods extolled in the myths of creation, none can say.
Whoa.
Absolutely incredible. I've heard of sheer cliffs before, but I never imagined something like this. How can I enjoy something cute when I know suffering's behind the corner? Indeed, falling off that precipice would be unfathomably terrifying and exhilarating, I imagine. It makes me want to scream. It makes me want to jump. I want to scream. I don't know why, but I suddenly want to scream out into the distance.
On guard!
Damned poor face sank to scullions! Yeah, Ollie, what's gotten into you? Why, that was rather pleasing. Quite refreshing, you know. To pull your voice from the very bottom of your gut and yell in such a manner. I'm reminded of the time you were all yelling before at me. It was a rather terrible experience, I admit, but if I may, I would like to try my hand at this yelling.
Listen!
Never again shall I sleep in a roach-infested inn! I feel you. I'm with you there. How amusing. I would also like to try screaming as well. What's the matter? I fully intend to do it, but the words won't come out at all, and oh, this girl's just too charming. Never change, love. Well, does anyone else have something they want to yell about? Since gazing off the cliff's edge and feeling, and being filled with unexplainable urge to scream has somehow broadened my wisdom.
Alright.
Out there in the States, it does remind me of some of the mountains I've seen. Oh, I suppose then it's old nurse's turn. I've prepared a list of complaints that I wish to recite to you all on a daily basis, and rather chilly out here, isn't it? We should head back before we all catch a cold. Yes, we shouldn't allow ourselves to spend too much time with these distractions. cream! As always, I'm drawing this place. Here you go.
The Gauntlet Runner stops amidst rocky terrain as twilight envelops the wilderness in darkness. The twinkling lights are not all stars. Some are the eyes of monsters peering through the dark. To await the dawn in comfort and peace is a privilege only the Gauntlet Runner can provide.
We got a limited amount of time to enjoy these quiet moments. Once you're in Altsbury, well, you know what's gonna happen. You heard that, you know what's gonna happen.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Tis nearly time.
Tis only a ways further until we reach Altsbury. The city is likely abuzz with activity related to Saint's Day. I wonder if Luis is already there. Sooner or later, we'll have to hand Draco Dios over to him. One must wonder what the brothers will tell him of our time on the island. I hope they will leave out any unnecessary details. We'll just have to stand tall and be confident. If you sell a lie, look them straight in the eye and say every word like you truly believe it.
All right.
We'll arrive by tonight.
Well then. What's that?
Understood.
Oh.
Nira speaking.
This is Darius. I got something on the old guard's radar, so I'm taking short stop. Kitty can tell me we're also enjoying this moment. Yes, I was.
Before Altabury's mountains, the Gauntlet Runner sets upon the murky graveyard. The colossal
I was not
bridges
feeling
overhead
confident how
are
this
an
scene would
impressive
go.
sight. During the Annex War, this land was a fierce battleground. Many soldiers, unable to return to their loved ones, found their final rest here. But few honor the dead. Their spirits take no solace. Their tragic remains are desecrated by wild dogs, leaving their bones exposed to the elements.
I love this shot. This is such a cool shot.
Just look at it.
Whoa, these bridges are huge. It is an area defined by its numerous valleys, bridges connected the flatland to increase the amount of places which people may live. Ah, that makes sense, but if these bridges were to fall in battle, those people would end up isolated. Yes, all very fascinating, but have you looked at what's directly in front of you? Those are bones of people, aren't they? The remains of those who fell during the Annex War. It was a site of a fierce battle, and the dead were left to the elements, denied the dignity of a proper burial. It is pretty tragic. War is tragic, and we shouldn't disrespect the fallen here. You tell him, Juna! Indeed, I can't bear to think of something on this scale happening again. It brings me no pleasure to see it, yet as 'tis a valuable experience of the cold reality of battle beyond the legends of tales of valor. Carve this memory into your hearts. That is why the magma that drifts out of this place carries such an oppressive weight. I can feel the sadness and regrets of those lives that came to an end here.
All right.
How can you talk about the friggin' bridges? Something wrong, nurse? Your face has gone blue. There's a shadow behind you. Behind you. Nurse, I just saw... Do refrain from doing that again. Things in this matter are not to my forte. Why, nurse, I'm surprised you put any stock in scary stories. You're more of a gentle soul than I gave you credit for. Too true, but before all else, I'm a delicate flower. Well then, so we make for a quiet departure so as not to arouse the dead. Sorry to have made such a fuss, but I would like to give those who died a proper send-off, and I drew that with this in mind. I'll take this with me so I don't forget the people whose lives came to an end here. I'll give it to Maria later.
Altabury Heights, capital of the Principality of Montaria.
Nurse is the most delicate flower of all.
Into the kingdom of Euchronia. The mountain path leading to the city begins near the coastline, but few gauntlet runners can contend against its steep slope. Those who complete the arduous climb are rewarded. City lights, dusted with snow, twinkle beautifully in the valley. But what awaits the party there is no reward, but their greatest trial thus far. The hour of reckoning draws near, and they steel themselves anew.
Like all the things I've said. Is at least one of them true?
The seat of Sanctism, Altabury. Truly, I never thought I would see it in person. What is that giant structure?
The monolith. In Sanctus Scripture, they tell of how the stone was shaped by God's own hand.
It's afloat. I'd only heard rumors that it didn't touch the ground, but to see it now.
Are we finally moving again?
Just another trip for our songstress.
We're here at last.
We decided to present Luis with Dracodios, the Lance of the Dragon God, aboard his gauntlet runner, the Shadrius. Is one of the things you said true? Let me look at what you said. One of those things is true. Let's hope he doesn't find out the lance is fake.
Well done. So this is the Lance of Legend, is it?
I am called Refantazio, priestess of the island. For personal reasons, I have joined them on their journey.
You do not detest me?
I owe my life to them, and I understand they operate under your guidance.
Indeed. I had heard you were able to obtain the lance without incurring the islanders' hatred. Quite a feat, now that I know it to be true. Well done. At last, it seems that even fate has abandoned Fortin. Thanks to you, I was spared the effort of sifting through ashes to find this. If the islanders could not be persuaded, my next course would have been to raze their village to the ground. The Caradrius' batteries would make that a fairly simple task.
What?
Why are you surprised? At times, sacrifice is necessary to save the many. Was that not the exact reasoning by which your countrymen would have seen you die?
You're...
Have the lance brought to my chamber later. Thank you for your hard work in spite of your wound. Take care of yourselves. Now we need only to wait until tomorrow for the Saints' Day festival.
The whole event will be held over 2 days at the Opera House.
The first day is the eve of the festival, and I'm scheduled to sing. Hope you're looking forward to it.
Main festivities start on the second day. That's when all these divine relics will be dedicated and sealed. It's aimed at proving beyond a doubt that Sanctism is the highest authority.
All kind of daft though, isn't it? If they were that confident in their scriptures, you'd think they wouldn't have to bother with all that.
This is where Forden dies. He and Sanctism itself. At the very least, it's worth giving him a memorable end.
Lord Louise, I do hope you'll come and watch me sing this time. We missed you at the opening ceremony. If you're not there, it'll hardly be worth it.
You needn't worry. Having come all this way, it would be a waste not to show.
So I'm gonna pause right here for a second. I will say it is very interesting. So, you know the thing I told you about in Persona 4, where if you waited for the time to end and say you didn't save someone, you would get special scenes? Metaphor actually does have special scenes if you wait it out and you don't take care of the task you were given. Some of them give you pretty big hints to what will happen later.
Well, I'm off to check out the Opera House. Want to make sure everything's shipshape for my solo, of course. The rest is up to you.
You have all performed admirably. You exceeded my every expectation. Soon, Forden's reign will come crashing down. From this point onward, I would have you forfeit the competition and dedicate yourself fully to my campaign.
Understood.
For now, rest your wings a while. Tomorrow's festivities will be a grand show indeed.
It seems the land's past muster. Eurus is a peerless craftsman, if not else.
Yufa, are you okay?
He would have destroyed my home. How could he suggest such carnage with not a shade of guilt? I was sure that
I had to scream, it's okay.
all people are inherently good at heart. Now...
He was like, everyone is good at heart. Looks at Luis, not that man.
You made it sound like you were bound to kill him at any cost. And now I understand why.
I see.
Then let's get back on track and go find ourselves an inn. You've got more supporters now. I dare say we'll find better lodging than we could before.
I wouldn't be so sure. This city's in the palm of Forden's hand, and we're the ones who humiliated him during the exhibition.
All the same, we're about to do something big. To be honest, I'll take anywhere, so long as I can stretch out.
Let's just set up camp right here.
Here's as good as any spot to make camp.
Why? That's worse than staying in the runner.
Then why don't we look for an inn run by a Mustari?
I thought this city was the seat of the church.
In times before the church, it said many diverse faiths and teachings took root in this city. That's why Montario is the only mainland nation that trades with the islands.
Indeed. My grandfather often said that until his generation, the only prominent building of the Sanctus Church was that opera house. Though the prevailing story now, of course, is that Sanctism reclaimed this land from malevolent pagans.
Either way, I'm certain there should be quite a few Mustari who feign conversion and live in seclusion.
If one of these Mustarians really exists, it may work in our favor. Let's look for it.
Speaking of...
If the Mustari Inn is what we seek, then I know we should find it at the center of town. It's called Skyward Tavern. I recall it being rather pleasant. Very little that would point it to its Mustari roots. It's on Dia Franco Street, if I recall. It's so cold. At least Hulkenberg is in our element. Can we at least get going before we freeze, though? I love the way this city looks. It's so cool.
Well met, eh?
Thank you, Bug. I love how it also has the overlying theme of metaphor hidden in the theme for Montario.
What in the blazes?
Hey, listen.
Reminds me of Europe a little bit. Anything over here? Nope.
Wonderful,
Over here?
isn't it?
Nope. Hello? There's a dog at my door. Hi, Nix!
Hang on. That's the one.
There's another bug. Oh, nothing here.
Say there.
Hey, mister.
Now, how did I wind up here?
Anything at all over here?
Look, I don't give a toss who's king. I just want some coin.
Over here? Nope. Just doing my rounds. There's one.
Hey, mister.
You're not serious.
You there?
I came to see the King's Rock.
Yep.
Any behind the stage? Nope. Is there any bugs I'm missing so far in this? Okay, let's see. Got that one there. 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 Oh, there's one in the tavern.
You're not serious.
Oh, there was one in the magic shop. I think it's closed right now, though. I think it's only open at night. I know that one. Okay. Alright.
You're not serious.
Whee! I think the tavern's done here.
Yeah, amazing.
Yeah, it's down here.
Hey, mister.
Oi!
Welcome. Wait. A band of youths with a knight and a Ugeef. Are you perhaps the candidate who brought Joanna the Sanctoress to confess?
One glance and you knew. Listen, we just...
I don't care if you did the deed or not, but please take your business elsewhere. I'm sorry, but I have my own reputation to think about.
You follow Sanctism's teachings?
You? A Mastari who wears no mask?
I'm Euphazia. I'm the priestess of Verga. No, of Etria.
The priestess? Impossible. The island priestess would never leave the village behind.
I have my reasons, but I wish to see the outside world that I might better protect our island. I have no proof, but...
You would raise another tribe to the throne.
'Tis a longer story than we've time to tell. We only wish to avoid a tyrant's reign. Yet 'tis not from our own ambition that I speak so. The throne belongs to one truly worthy.
But if you insist, we will leave.
It's just... You look so like the priestess before you, I can't just turn you away. Fine. You can stay here, as long as you don't make trouble for me.
Thank you. I suppose it is easier to understand each other without the masks in the way.
Not all of us mainland Mastari hate the Sanctus Church. We'd rather preserve the peace we have. And, well, it's a sorry excuse for an innkeep who turns away travelers.
Thank you. We're in your debt.
Ah, look, they've got food and booze here too. And it's so much cooler, which means fewer bugs. Perfect.
seems they have an imitation of the island spring here. We can bathe. I should invite Juno when she's back.
Bathe? You'd be mad to hope a hot spring replica could take the edge off this chill.
Cold or not, there's nothing more refreshing than bathing. Would you care to join us?
I should think not. For reasons too numerous to count.
Why?
Anyway, strategy meeting.
I love the voice
Get
crack.
on with it.
So we seek to assassinate Luis. A difficult task. But you look to have an idea. Let's have it.
First, the when. Under normal circumstances, we'd want to get him on the move. Maybe walking through a crowd while he's got less guards. That would be the plan. But unfortunately, that'd only work if he was someone with common sense. Someone without combat ability. Or someone who'd want to avoid collateral damage. And that isn't Luis. Worst case, he uses civilians as shields while more of his personal guard catch up. And things go sideways before we can get it done.
But once he's inside the Opera House, he'll have a security detail at his beck and call. Even if we can sneak in, getting to him.
If we can't target him in transit, and we've practically zero chance of getting close to him, that leaves us with only one option.
We attack from a distance.
Exactly.
A bow and arrow isn't gonna do much good, right? It needs to be the lance.
Of course. So, what if we threw the lance? Pierced him through from a distance? Yufa, as the priestess, you can command the lance to return to you if it's far away, right?
You would have me use that power in reverse to cast it out instead.
According to Juna, the ceiling of the Opera House has a chandelier big enough to support a person. From above, we'll target Luis in the royal box seats.
You realize the entire audience is below that lighting? A stunt like that would get us noticed instantly. Wait, are you suggesting we do this during the show?
Luis will be distracted. It's the best opportunity we could ask for. Besides, with Yufa there, we can even recover the lance easily.
Hold a moment. I would need to launch it like an arrow. Such distance and such speed would require incredible focus. I don't think I could do it while aiming.
Then just concentrate on the sheer mental force of it. Someone else can take over the role of actually throwing.
This gambit is sounding more far-fetched by the moment. But we also can't afford to wait for another opportunity.
There is no other opportunity. Luis intends to kill Forden during the festival. That means if we do nothing, the fake will be exposed, and so will we.
Indeed. Once our betrayal is made plain, we will never find a way to draw close to him again. This will likely be our first and last opportunity.
But who's actually going to do the throwing?
I'd rather leave it to you. With the royal magic protecting you, it's less likely that we'll fail this, even with interference. And besides, laugh if you like. I know it sounds silly, but I really do believe you have the power to change fate itself.
Indeed. Everyone here knows that firsthand.
I feel the same. If I can trust you to do it, then I should be able to do my part as well.
Will you do it, Captain?
All right. I'll do it.
Thanks. We owe you. On the day of, Juna will be at the venue ahead of us. We'll have her open the service entrance, and we'll infiltrate from there.
Is there anything I can do to help?
I want you to lure Luis's guards outside and cause a commotion while he's making the throw. I'm sure the Magnus brothers will be guarding the place too. Hulkenberg and I will secure the exit route in advance. Luis is a formidable foe. But we've overcome plenty of obstacles. Let's believe in the strength that got us this far. We can do this.
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. I know there's a lot weighing on your mind right now, but let's try and get some rest to prepare for tomorrow. It'll get even colder at night. It's trying to get sick.
What now?
Are you ready for the event, or do you need a break? It's gonna go so wrong. Did you want to see it now or wait till next stream? I'm giving you that option. We can step up to the big stuff. Okay.
Good night.
What's wrong, Del? You've been quiet for a while now.
That lance they handed over, you think it's real? Can't say for certain, but I didn't feel any magla flowing through it. Can't see it exactly, but how do I explain it?
I know what you mean, though.
The Mustari got them third eyes that can see magla, right? Hard to believe they'd worship that thing as a relic.
Then maybe... You think they made some kind of fake? Even in that short time on the island? Shite. How'd they? Either way, we have to tell Lord Luis.
No need. He'll have noticed by now, most likely. Not like they're any real threat to him anyway.
Most likely? That good enough for you, brother? Del, you remember they talked all that helping anyone in need? Or something like that anyway. Seemed proper daft at first. Seemed naive to act like that kind of thinking could actually fix all the broken, cruel, unjust shite in the world.
That's because it can't.
Well, yeah, obviously, but... What was it we actually wanted in the first place? Equality? Or justice? This lot's working towards a future, and God help me, I started seeing it. Maybe what they're fighting for is something better than what Lord...
That's enough, Baz. Joke or not, you'll get yourself killed.
But them not even helped you out a few times, Del. That really impressed me, like. I don't know how to say it, but... It was like a feeling I haven't felt since we started working for the Count.
You know Lord Luis plans to take Forden out during the Saints' Day festival. Neither of us can afford to get distracted right now.
Suppose you're right. Things are about to get messy.
So that is the side they serve. Let us teach them that even the best laid plans will go awry. Whether Fordens or our fallen kings. It was splendid entertainment while it lasted. However, the revelry ends here.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
The Saints' Day festivities in Altabury will be kicking off very soon. On the eve of the festival, we'll be holding a dedication ceremony. On the church's authority, we'll be offering the gathered divine relics to God. And it sounds like the candidates had a tough time this go-around. Lots of new info coming in even as I speak. From candidate Rudolph, a legendary nail, thought lost to history. From candidate Julian, can you believe it? Cloth garb said to have been worn by a saint. We've got artifacts of all kinds pulled from obscurity into the public eye. Archaeologists everywhere are positively vibrating, folks. But the news on everyone's lips. is the announcement of Count Luis's unofficial participation. As a matter of fact, a candidate working under Luis has reportedly acquired a phenomenal divine relic from a mysterious and exotic island. Meanwhile, candidate Forden, too, may have claimed what is said to be the most glorious relic in history. Will we finally see a head-to-head competition between our top candidates? Only the coming days will tell.
So Luis has finally made his move. Won't take him that long to catch up, I bet.
Yes, but I also can't imagine Sanctifex Forden losing.
We're about to see a clash of giants. This will be no minor bout, that's for certain.
Right. That's everyone. Let's go over the plan one last time. First, infiltration. Juna's got full rights to be in the venue, so she'll unlock the service door for us to sneak in.
When it's time, I'll call the guards outside. That'll be your window to sneak in.
Gallica, you, and Yufa. You three will head to the rooftop, where you'll get down to the chandelier.
When I start my solo on stage, the lights will dim. That should be enough cover to hide whatever you're doing.
Don't worry, I'll be with you.
As for us, it's just as I explained last night. Luis said destroying Yufa's home would have been a necessary sacrifice. Like mine. If power's all he thinks will change the world, then we'll use power to stop him.
Should we fail, though we may survive the ordeal, we will have no more leads to pursue. This will surely mark our final mission.
You know, I've been trying to keep from dwelling, but I can't help but think of Creus. Sorry to bring that up now.
Even I have my fears. But let us remember him only by his truest wish.
We'll make sure this succeeds. For a world without tyrants.
Well, see you at the show.
So begins our last mission, then. Let's get whatever we need to prepare and head over to the Opera House.
Right.
We'll finally settle the score with Luis.
It'll be okay.
Yeah, amazing.
Hello there.
How grand. How grand.
You're not serious.
Give me a steamed bun. They're really good. I think the mushrooms are the best one.
Pretty.
Exactly.
No.
How grand.
Beg pardon?
What now?
Hold on, sorry. My mom's texting me.
That's not
Oi, oi! Proper aces. No, isn't that something? You're not serious.
That's what we're pointing at. Beg pardon?
Is the traitor an NPC? Oh, it is not one of the main cast.
Boy.
It was someone else keeping tabs on us.
You're not serious. If I may. Proper aces.
Beg pardon?
No, isn't that something? Wonderful. What now?
Here's the service entrance. June is supposed to do something about the guards before the night performance. Wait until then. Let's wait. You ready to do this? From here on out, it'll just be you, me, and Yufa. You will not be able to contact any of the others. Make sure your equipment is where you want it to be before we set out. I'm ready. Let's go. Alright, then let's follow the plan and wait here. Okay, last question. Is it someone we know?
Got it.
Okay. I will say in the game there is a traitor. There is someone who has been purposely hiding information from us. In the scene with Luis, it is not a character we know. There is, however, another character we have met several times and has been in many scenes that is a traitor that we will be getting information about very soon. Alright, the guards above their post. Juno's done her job admirably.
Onward.
She has unlocked the service entrance for us as well. Let us enter and remain unseen.
All right.
I'm ready for the suffering. Let's get this over with. Infiltration successful. This should lead the way backstage. From there we can climb to the roof and then atop the chandelier.
Yes.
I'm en route for the auditorium just on the other side. I'll have to lure out those brothers somehow. Stroll and I will secure the exit route with all speed. We'll split up from here. Let's all do our parts and regroup. Good luck.
Let's go.
Here, hold on. Okay, let's go. No, there is a traitor in this game. I do not know if you have figured it out. Right about this point, I had figured it out, and it was by their design. I looked at their clothes and went, wait a minute. Alright, let's start the operation. We need to get that up on the chandelier and be in position before Juno finishes singing. To get to that chandelier, we need to first reach the roof. That's right, Juno laid it out for us. We'll head backstage and we should be able to be able to go up from there. Understood, let's be on our way then.
First?
No, because since the cloak looked like someone from Sanctism, I was almost thinking it was Rella for some reason. Hern's Eminence Foreign has acquired a magnificent divine relic. With that, victory is all but assured. Perhaps I have no doubt that Luis has something up his sleeve to achieve the success at his age. We can't count on him. Or count him out. This place is absolutely littered with lost items today. I guess it's no surprise with all these people here. I got lots to do, so I can't pick up each and every one. If you find something, it'd be a big help if you could return to its owner. So there's actually a little optional thing here, is to give people their lost items you can find on the ground. These divine relics are mostly junk, are they not? What strange people these pagans are, valuing things like that. Surely they will see reason once his eminence seals the relics away. Discarding those warp's teachings and converting them to sanctism is the only path. Oh yeah, because that's fantastic. Oh dear, I can't host dignitaries in these shoes.
Yes?
I wonder over there, she having a problem tying her shoes. The Day of the Saints Festival is held once a year, and on the day God descends to the monolith, a feast will be held to welcome him, and we offer our most intimate prayers. This opera house is built specifically for Saints' Day, in fact. Now come, renounce your allegiance to Luis and pray for us. God even forgives filthy elves like you, thanks. I need that tooth so I can shine. Where did it fall out? Egad, what a disaster. His tooth fell out! Still on there? How long are you gonna make me wait? Appears to be locked. What do you need? Sorry, but I'm in the middle of something. Come back later. Dismissive, aren't they? I guess they're busy preparing. His Eminence Forden is, of course, a fine candidate, but Professor Julian in the end is most fit to be king. He appeared to obtain a divine relic with no trouble at all, yet despite it, he remains unpopular. It's curious. I suppose it indicates just how unintelligent the masses are. Tragic. We need an enlightened ruler, as Professor Julian says.
What is it?
Do you have some business with me? I'll have you know that I will not be swayed by an elder candidate. I proudly support Rudolph in his vision for Razan, real. Besides, wouldn't you say that there'd be something rather alluring to serve such a severe man? Okay. Loveless. That Puripus buffoon, yet he refrains from dropping out of the race. Puripists are a foolish tribe to begin with, but the longer that man remains, the bolder they grow. How irritating. Okay, you sound fun. Lord Mila's participation in the Saints' Day, participating in Saints' Day this year. Oh, how I've long gazed upon that divine features once more. My father told me to support his eminence, but I don't care what he says. My feelings for Milo are the tide that cannot be stopped. It's not here either. Damn, where did I drop it? How important could it be that he dropped it? Monk army seems to be on high alert today. I've brought the bodyguard dogs along. Perhaps it's because Luis is here, but the royal magic would prevent any sort of assassination, would it not? Hi, Nix! Here's the door leading backstage. We should be able to access the roof from there. But what's up with this guy standing in front of the door muttering something? Has something happened, do you think? Oh, but like, did I drop it somewhere? Is something wrong? Oh no, it's just, I seem to have dropped the key somewhere and now I can't open the door. Of all the times it has to be when it's busy beyond belief. I guess I'll have to go get the spare. Not gonna lie, I'm feeling quite a bit tense from what's gonna happen. He left and now we got a locked door to deal with. The man works here, I suppose, and he dropped his key. So finding it will be our plan to get back on track. Let's scour the area. We might also ask the patrons about the key in such a crowd. Someone's bound to have seen it. I heard from that roguish crier. Did you really go all the way to the Pagan Islands for a divine relic? This crier said that you found something amazing on the island, but he's just spinning tall tales, isn't he? Or was there? Okay, there should be items actually on the ground. Heard rumors about you that said you killed the sea monster outside Brylehaven. Don't you find it sus? Which means the head of his eminence brought to the exhibition was a fake. And Elda spitting in the church's face, and you're an interesting fellow. Yeah, there should be items on the ground here. At least an item. There's one. Seems like a small gold tooth. Gold tooth! How did something like this end up on the floor? Our search is yielding more peculiar items than keys. Appears to be a silver necklace. Well, it's a nice necklace. Might be important. I imagine it belongs to someone around here. Okay, so you need the tooth. I'm positively hideous without my tooth. This is a disaster. Didn't we pick up a gold tooth earlier? I can't imagine it belongs to anyone else. Handed over the tooth. Oh, my tooth! You spied my distress and sought to rectify it, didn't you? I'm saved. Now I can socialize without appearing to be some gape-toothed yokel. As thanks takes this key, I picked it up in the corridor earlier, but I couldn't risk telling that attendant with a gap in my teeth. Can you imagine? You may get a reward if you return it. Elwyn, don't worry about me. I'm fine now that my smile can shine. Hey, this is the key we were looking for. Yes, we found it. It feels like our rewards seem more like errands. All's well that ends well, I guess. Let's go try at this key. Okay, I think this guy over here needs the necklace. No? Is it her that needs the necklace? I know someone needs the necklace. Nope. Seems like a string of some sort, leather string. Can't go picking up every little thing without a mission to assassinate an aristocrat. Well, perhaps it'll prove useful. Let's hold on to it for the moment. Okay, you need the string. My shoelace broke of all times. The Cramptheocracy officials have already gathered, but I can hardly tend to them with my shoelace like this. That's right, we picked up a string early, did we not? Perhaps you can make use of it. I handed over the string. Huh? Use this? Well, I suppose I could use this, be used as a shoelace replacement. Thank you. Oh, okay, here, hold on. Hello, sorry. Robin was, handing me something. Wish I had more proper word, but I don't. Still, this cake's famous here and tasty, I promise. Maltaberry cake. Normally I'd be all over a cake, but the tension has sapped my appetite. Who wants a cake? Play's gonna start soon. You seem rather troubled. I left my script in there, I need it back.
Yes?
Hello. Bit occupied, I can't find my necklace. I have your necklace. Perhaps upstairs, let's check with them. Handed over the necklace. Oh, you found it, this is it. Thank you so much. My beloved gave me this necklace. We're unable to see each other right now. In case I want to give you a reward, how about this? It's an exclusive preview of the Saints Day play script. Here's your script. Got it from me, I'm saved. I don't have much to give, but thanks. Thank you. Who's at my door? Hi, Luna! Go we find it, we're on mission. I'm starving. I've been so busy preparing I haven't eaten since lunch. Why don't we get rid of the cake we just got? I think we'll be too focused on the mission to eat it anyway. Handed over the cake. Oh my, isn't this one of Alternate Berry's famous confections? You gave it to me? Well, I'm not to spurn your kindness. Before I eat, you must return the favor. Oh, I know. I found something earlier that might be amusing. An unopened love letter. And here, I think it's a love letter. I didn't open it, but perhaps some scandalous details await within. Hee hee.
What would you care to do?
Damn, where'd I drop it? How could I lose the precious letter like that? He's referring to a letter we just received. Let's show it to him. I handed over the unopened love letter. That you found my letter for me. I'm so relieved. I can't thank you enough. It's a marriage proposal. I wrote it for a certain woman, but truth be told, it's perhaps best to forget about it. You're not going to give her the letter? Why? My family is newly of rank and supports Louise. She's a dancer at the opera and follows Sanctism. Don't you? You see, don't you? As long as Forden and Louise are at odds, our marriage will never be allowed anyways. I'm sorry, I went on rather long. Truly, I'm grateful you returned it, so please, here, take this as thanks. Got Harold's banner. I dream of a day I can give this letter to her. I hope she waits for me until that time comes.
It's okay.
Use the key. It's open, we can finally proceed. This goes backstage. We should be able to reach the roof. Are you ready? Let's go. Alright, let's take a peek inside. Careful we don't get caught.
Check this out.
Look at that curtain. We should be able to get backstage from there. And I guess that makes sense that they're guards. Not many of them, though. Should we just push through?
No.
It would be a great risk. If we draw attention here, we'll not shake it easily. You have a point. I sure wish we had a surefire plan for this. Huh? Why is it dark all of a sudden? What's happening? What's wrong with the lights? Couldn't happen at a worse time. We can't have this ruining the Saints' Day festivities. That takes care of that. Stroll, the lights! I asked Hulkenberg to do it. They won't be in the dark forever, so get moving while you can. That was a great help. Thank you. Once the exit route's secured, Hulkenberg and I will regroup with you. The rest is up to you, Will.
Let's go.
Let's sneak through while the lights are out. Follow me.
The future is uncertain.
What, the backstage passage lights are out? Yes, it was just reported. We already fixed the issue, but we can't figure out how it happened. Either a simple accident or... I believe I charged you with the security of the venue. I presume everything is in order? Rest assured, Your Eminence, I will have it investigated immediately. Increase security call in the reserves, too. We can't be too careful. Not even the rats can get through. Yes, sir, as you wish. Hair's getting a bit thick in here. The bigwigs seem to have a lot on their hands keeping order. Well, I suppose that's my cue. Now, at long last, we come to the highlight of the festival. The dedication ceremony for divine relics will begin very soon. Gathered here are the only competitors fierce enough to have survived the first round and gotten their hands on a relic. I hear cheering. Sounds like it's getting underway. They'll probably have an official do the preamble for a while, so they'll start the actual dedication. Juna said to sing after that. We'll need to be on the chandelier by then. If we get in any fights, they'll target Yufa first, since you're protected by royal magic. Make sure you keep an eye on her, Will. We have to be smart about this. The plan won't work without you or Yufa.
Let's hurry. No way!
Someone's back here. Aren't you the elder candidate? We got caught right away. No choice but to force our way through. It must have been you who cut the lights. Dogs of Louise. You won't wreck Saints Day on my watch. Careful, the royal magic protects him, but he'll surrender if we kill his allies. Aim for the Mastari girl. So we're doing it this way. If Yufa falls, the mission fails. Be careful.
Come forth, royal soul. Burn!
I don't think I need to worry about Yufa.
Yay, we've done it!
That should come in handy. Pocket it.
You're the mysterious intruder, little alpha. The group has -100 in stealth. Mysterious intruder, little elder boy. Saints' Day festivities will not be interrupted. In his name, I shall render God's judgment upon you. We don't have time for your quips, guys. Take him out, Will. Wrong choice. As you're protected by royal magic, we'll start with the pagan girl. Yep, that's still the same.
I won't hold back. Stay sharp.
I will usher you to his side.
We shall sweep them! Yufa has
You
no
divide us
weakness.
power.
To him, I return.
Where'd you come from? Did you defeat the guards? We don't have time, let us through. Taking that a step further, the Theocracy monk army will be respected. Aim from a starry girl. Still the same.
We shall sweep them!
Closure.
You had no
Ready to go to his side. To him, I return.
That takes care of all the guards. Let's head for the roof. I really like this fight that's coming up, I'm just gonna say. It's been a while since I genuinely felt intimidated during a boss fight.
Well, now this is unbelievable! Sanctifex Forden's relic appears to be a colossal chalice! I'm told it's believed to be an ancient artifact called a Holy Grail! Truly, a relic to put all others to shame!
The pagans looted this from the church's vaults in antiquity. God, in his omniscience, is said to have imbued it with his essence, giving it the power to make wishes come true.
And how did such a glorious relic come into your hands?
We simply preached his holy works and spread the teachings. Mutual dialogue was what won the day. Through guided prayer, anyone can be saved, and we may see God's blessing in all things.
Just incredible! But if anyone could do it, it's Sanctifex Forden!
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I'm not buying it at all. I'm pretty sure Forden killed people.
I think it's obvious whose win it is.
I suppose that marks His Eminence Forden as the sole winner. Even to an amateur's eye, no other relic could compete.
Ladies and gentlemen, a big round of applause for Sanctifex Forden! Now, continuing on! Wait, Forden was last to present? That's not right. We've not seen Luis yet, or the island team.
Is there an issue?
No. I think we're finally having a show end without incident. After all, these were originally Sanctus relics anyway.
Well, it looks like that's all the divine relics our candidates found across the land. The top-ranking faces will be announced during tomorrow's festivities. And now, it is my distinct honor to present a one-act opera for a Saint's Eve to remember. Please, join me in welcoming the diva herself, Juna, for a performance of the opera's opening piece. Ladies and gents, enjoy!
Well, Louise, rumor has it you found yourself quite a relic. Then why are you so reluctant to present it? No matter. The race's outcome is beyond your meddling now. Victory is mine.
Made it to the roof. Just in time. Genuine question still. How did no one in Metaphor get a voice acting reward?
Let's hurry.
We can get down to the chandelier from that building. Hurry! Like, everyone in this game did fantastic. I loved Basilio's delivery on the island. It still confuses me that literally no one.
We're here. I think we can get down onto that massive chandelier hanging from the ceiling.
Our escape route is secure. We should be able to flee undetected.
Good. Everything's going according to plan so far. But time's running out. From here on, it's all up to him.
All will be fine.
Okay. It's finally time to end this.
It's yeah, it did. All right, I'm gonna stay quiet for this scene.
Juna's song is about to start.
From my fingertip flies a butterfly, how it pines for the moon up high. Fire calls its name, fly to the flame, burning as free as it can be. Out there, deep and dark in the valley mid.
Focus. You only get one shot at this.
Fearing in my soul what I can't control. I can't close my eyes to the sunrise. From the shadow of the dark, fingers brush my neck with a remark. Oh, anguish traveler, my name is thine, and thou art I. Like the wind, shine through darkest night. Oh, never stray. Trust your eyes to steer you right. Trembling finger, hold fast to my dream. Dawn will break now. We got him, right?
Hey! The lance! Hurry!
What's going on? Is there something blocking it?
Ladies and gentlemen, what an honor! That was our kingdom's lovely songstress, Juna. Moving right along.
Damn! It didn't work. Come back.
Hail!
Is it done? The lance should have hit him, but we can't get it back. There's some sort of interference. Luis is doing, no doubt. The lance struck too, yes? Is he slain or not?
True.
It was certainly dark, and since the lance hasn't returned, we can't make clear judgment. No use thinking on it now. We've done all we can. Well, at least let's get out of here. The longer we stick around, the worse it'll be.
Hurry!
Why do you dawdle? Did you get him?
We do not know why, but the lance. Should we withdraw to retrieve it, or make our escape?
Lost a lance? Perhaps it's this one. At last your allegiance is laid bare. And if this lance wounded me, then I take it the one you provided me was a mere imitation. If you know what the lance is capable of, then surely you understand the situation. Your last hope is gone.
No.
It seems a shame to kill you, but I'm afraid you've gone too far. I have no intention of surrendering, nor of wavering in my convictions. That being said, you truly have impressed me. I will allow you some final words, if you have any.
Say it!
I see your performance has come to an end, Juna.
Yes, the curtain falls. I'm no longer your songbird to keep caged.
So, you too stood with them.
Come on. He's ready to listen, so say it. You know there's something he needs to hear.
The lance has fallen in Luis's hands. We no longer have the means to counter his attack. Still, there's hope. Even if we're at odds, there's one thing I can say.
Luis, I challenge you to a duel.
Ah, the very words I was waiting for. You really have done your research.
It looks so weird in this model. I want to get a good look at it.
In truth, I intended from the start to entertain such a challenge. I confess it's been a long time. Perhaps a real contest is what I've craved. This competition is little more than child's play. So be it. It has been a long time indeed since anyone drew my blood. I will end your life with my own hands.
There needs to be a direct confrontation after all. As though it was fate all along.
A duel makes the king's magic powerless, which means this trinket is no longer necessary. Then state your name. How do you declare yourself?
There's no one for that one. Okay.
I am the hero, the savior of this country.
You would save it, would you? I hope that dream does not end in futility. My name is Luis Guillaburn.
I love this fight.
King, he who will forge anew this unworthy country into a utopia. Attack in any number, wield any weapons, but fight with your very lives. If you live by a creed, show me its strength. Go ahead, have at me. An attempt on the life of Luis Guillaburn is a folly most cannot afford.
So this is one of the songs in the Discord that I said to not look at. There's another song in there, but that is the very final boss music, so still don't click on that. Was this the fight with Luis that had you struggle? I did struggle with this one quite a bit.
We've come this far. Let's fight with all we have, Captain.
Luis, I will make an end of you here.
I should expect no less by a duel's code. So be it. Allow me to even the score.
This is our mission.
I love how he starts with half health.
All power of kings.
You hesitate.
Come forth, royal soul.
That's such a scary line to you hesitate, what's wrong? It's such a good line.
This may be your only chance to kill me.
It's so good.
You hesitate. What's wrong? I'll cut you down.
Ninja! Formidable indeed.
Bear witness. I strike to kill. Come, accept my challenge.
Not only that, but most players would be hesitant. Oh, I did. I heard that line, and I kind of was just sitting there scared for a second.
Vida's power. Didn't work.
Don't get sloppy, Captain.
I must concentrate.
I call upon royal power within!
Ninja! Some apologies. Would you finish it?
That's a lot of ailments.
We can do this.
Be careful out there, okay? That was helpful.
I owe you.
My thanks.
Summoner, it is your turn! The enemy still stands.
Bear witness! I strike! Kill!
Please!
I strike! Kill!
Please!
I
shall vanquish evil.
Captain.
I underestimated you.
If you need to use the bathroom now, I will wait for you. Just let me know when you're back. No, I'm back. Okay.
I'm capable too.
I feel stronger.
Nice.
Does it seem that I've grown stronger?
Lord Luis, do not interfere! Oh. You falter even now. Not enough, I'm afraid. Lord Luis! A fine blow. You've surprised me. But why? Why are you so intent on killing me?
You of all people should know the answer.
I see now. You were the intruders looking for the formula, I take it. And yet, you have achieved nothing.
What do you mean?
Did we do it?
Lord Luis?
At long last, 'tis done. We have brought him to justice. The great, untouchable traitor, Luis Guillaburn, is dead.
Apologies. Things fell apart at the end, and I wasn't thinking straight.
Even so, the outcome is the same. We could not have triumphed without everyone here.
Wait! It's good that we got him and all, but the lance.
Yes, it went down with him.
This looks dire. He's fallen in the middle of the stage.
If Forden spies Luis's body run through with a lance, he'll realize its power in an instant.
Even should we save the prince, we'll regret it if Forden ends up with the lance. Yufa, can you call it up?
No, too late for that. It's already in the middle of the crowd. If we call it up and take it with no explanation, everyone will think us thieves.
Then what do you propose?
First, we need to establish that the lance is ours. Our offering for the ceremony. We'll have to take the stage and announce that ourselves.
Please wait. Do we reveal that we are the ones who slew Luis? Can we afford to declare that openly? We'd be telling your supporters you deceived them and your master both.
She's right. The audience has no idea what's going on. we'll just look like the bad guys.
It's okay. We set out to kill Luis, and the deed is done. Our only failure is in the spectacle we made of it. For now, we need to think of a way to get the audience to see our side.
You want to win their sympathy? What are you even planning to say?
I don't know, but we have to get on stage, now. If we don't explain ourselves fast, we'll never get a chance to.
Wait a minute! Hey!
I know that face. Was that Luis? Someone go and see to him. Is he truly dead?
Allow me.
Lord Luis, no. He's dead. He's gone.
Your Eminence, this was found off stage. Judging by his wounds, this must have been the murder weapon.
The lance. Is this the divine relic he sent his subordinates after?
His eyes are sightless. His heart beats no more. The man is dead, without question.
You're absolutely certain?
I checked him thrice over. There can be no more doubt.
Luis, dead? And that can only mean this lance can pierce the barrier of the king's magic.
I apologize for the grotesque display interrupting tonight's performance. We are tardy in arrival, but the lance you hold is our offering to the ceremony.
What? You claim this lance? You mean to say you were the ones who did the deed?
Yes. It is as you say.
God above! How do you justify this?
Years ago, Luis ordered my hometown destroyed. Hulkenberg, our ally before you, was herself a royal guard in service to his late highness. Even the songstress, Juna, aided us on several occasions. Above all else, we are a group who came together to try Luis for his crimes. Traitor and kingslayer both. And to do that, we had to enter his company. We took no joy in disguising our true intentions, not from your eminence, nor the people. But today, finally, we have seen justice done. Luis has paid for his sins. And at last, at long last, my parents can rest in peace.
I had not realized.
Don't worry about that, there's dogs outside. The dogs are really upset about Luis's death.
Or do you truly weep?
It's just hitting me now. We finally won.
Now, everyone, let's have a little composure, please.
That explains why the songstress was so often with Luis, as well as these brave misfits.
I understand. It all makes sense now. I had wondered why a member of the Prince's own guard would fall in with Luis. You have done well to execute the rebel. I am sure that His late Majesty and His Highness must be pleased. And of course, the Sanctus Church recognizes your divine relic. Now we shall greet tomorrow's festivities with fresh peace in our hearts.
I'm gonna tell you it's not Grius. Grius is officially dead.
Thank you, Your Eminence.
You must be the Lady Hulkenberg. The day His Highness was attacked, I heard you fought harder than any other. Your blade even struck the back of the blackguard who did it. Of all his defenders, you came closest to avenging the prince. But where you faltered then, you triumph today. In form and heart, you are a true knight. Is something the matter?
Oh, no. You honor me greatly, Your Eminence.
Now, this lance. The Sanctus Church will confiscate it for now. A lance capable of killing the tournament's candidates would only sow panic and chaos.
Yes. As you wish. We brought it as an offering anyway.
Indeed. You may step down now.
Think you can just walk away, do ya? You owe us a moment or three. Right. So you lot were working against us from the start. And you right along with them, Lady Juna.
What was your motive? Why did you kill Lord Luis?
If this was truly a matter of justice and not simply petty revenge, then we owe it to them to
I gotta go grab food downstairs, but I'll let this keep playing.
They deserve that much. Captain, do you not agree?
All right. It's time for the truth.
I am sorry if I'm overstepping my mark. I know I'm but the latest to become your ally, but...
No, you speak the truth. We have sought to save the rightful heir to the throne. To break the curse afflicting His Highness the Prince.
What's that? The prince? He's dead, mate. Wait, he is dead, isn't he?
He's dead, all right. You lot will need a better story than that if you don't want to get cut open where you stand.
He had to be declared dead in order to protect him. Though he lives, he is bedridden, cursed by magic.
And the only way left to undo that curse was to kill Luis.
Those of us who wanted the prince restored formed a secret faction. And I was a spy in its service, trying to find out if we had any option beyond murder.
I cannot expect you to understand all this immediately. However...
You did this for the prince! His father, the king, was a coward! Puppet of Forden! It was because of him that this country rotted from the inside! And for his son! For his bloody, useless corpse of a son! What made you think his life was worth more than Count Luis?
Worth more? I thought you two hated when people tell you any life weighs more than another.
I myself have never met His Highness, nor do I know what sort of person he is. But I want to see the future these people believe in.
Despite our many differences of tribe and status, we still banded together. Through them, I saw the possibility of a world united.
Besides, when Luis talked about burning down my island, I thought I saw the shock and despair on your faces too.
Look, you two. Was Luis really a master worth your trust? I think it's worth listening to your hearts now. Even the doubts. I know we'd be happy to have you.
Hold a moment. These two were Luis's right-hand men. I would advise against this.
No. Their hearts are as loyal as any of ours. They but served another master.
Lady Juna. I guess you really were watching out for us. More than we ever knew. I couldn't protect Basilio when it mattered most. They put him through so much for their sodden igniter experiments, and now protecting him's all I've got.
Del.
I am back
Maybe it
in
is
reading
time
your
to step
comments.
Get away from this bloody business. I guess this was all it took. Count Luis gave us a dream to fight for, but I suppose it was the kind that don't feel right after you wake. So, we're drifters now. Maybe we'll open up that restaurant after all, eh? I'll see you around, Lady Juna.
Look, I'm not the smart one, you lot know that, so I don't know whether to punch you or thank you. I've never been this confused in all my life. Damn it, I just don't get it. Damn it. Oh, Del, wait! Don't you wander off like that? You mean all that about the restaurant, yeah?
Never could say what you were feeling. I'm sorry this was all I could do.
Ah, Captain, let us tarry no more. We must check His Highness's condition.
Yes, you're right! That should have lifted the curse! What's going on? The cursed thorns haven't disappeared.
But the caster is dead. Forden and his guard were sure to check Luis's body.
Calm down, everyone. We don't want to yell about this in public. Let's go back to the inn for now.
His Highness still suffers under the curse. But Luis is dead. I cannot fathom it.
Maybe we killed a fake. Like his body double. Or something.
No. There's no way that wasn't Luis. We couldn't fight him in person and still be mistaken.
And Luis would have nothing to gain from faking his death, surely. After all, it put the lance in Forden's hands.
Knowing all that, might the curse have been cast by someone else entirely?
But that would mean we killed an innocent person, wouldn't it?
That bastard was no innocent. He destroyed my home. He murdered the king. And...
True enough, old boy. But that's not why we were out to kill the chap, eh?
He said it himself. That killing him accomplished nothing. Was it really true?
Yet he had the formula for the curse in his possession. Surely that marks his guilt?
Even so, there remains a modicum of doubt in the matter. Perhaps Luis was researching the curse for another reason. If he was framed, it is possible he aimed to clear his name.
When I saw the formula, Rilla did say it was only an outline, like jotted from memory. So that could mean that it wasn't a formula to begin with, just Luis's scratch work. Proof that he was looking for a way to prove his innocence.
But if it wasn't Luis, who else could have?
That night, His Highness the Prince was already fleeing when I arrived at the scene. I encountered the assailant as I sought to protect His Highness. I pursued and slashed across their back.
Right. I remember Forden mentioned something about that. Is there anything else you can remember?
Fie! No, I can recall nothing else. No other clues. Yet... no. 'Tis odd. I believe this is the first time I have recounted the particulars to anyone. I told the investigators only that I failed to capture the culprit. The shame of my failure kept me silent on the rest.
What? But just earlier, Forden said...
Yes, he told a story that none but the culprit could attest to. How does Forden know?
Could Forden be the one behind all of this?
I have no evidence to say otherwise.
You do realize he's the sanctifex of the entire Dashed Sanctus Church?
Nay, but that does not make it impossible. It wasn't long after the prince's passing that His Majesty named Sanctism the state religion. If not for the matter concerning the king's magic, Forden's claim to the throne would have been unshakable.
Sounds like motive enough to want the prince gone.
We have to find out, even if it's remotely possible. Let's question Forden in person at the main festival tomorrow.
We'll need that divine lance back, too. It's not something we want in Forden's hands, especially now.
Hey, I'm going to go talk to my sister. She's bound to be somewhere in the city for the Saints' Day festivities. Sister, I should explain. All that fuss today was... well...
Is it safe for you to come to such a public place?
What? No, it's fine. It's not like we caused a riot or anything. We even explained ourselves to Forden's satisfaction. Actually...
That's not what I meant. You're the songstress, remember?
Yes. Suppose you're right.
I know we talked before about the loophole in the King's protective magic, but I never thought you would be the one to strike Luis down. And that lance he presented... I take it that's why you went to Verger Island.
We didn't mean for it to be such a spectacle. It didn't exactly go according to plan, but at least we kept a tyrant off the throne.
And that's why I was wondering if I could ask you something. About Sanctifex Forden. What kind of man he really is.
Because, well, now that Luis is out of the picture, we know who's got the best chance. A man as powerful as him, well, you know how it is. We hear all kinds of nasty rumors swirling about. I'm just wondering if there's any truth to them.
Tuna, are you seriously trying to dig up dirt on Sanctifex Forden? On Saint's Day of all days?
Oh, loosen up a bit. You can't deny that people talk, and God knows they always have. Especially about the night of the attack. Asking how anyone could sneak into the castle, let alone get to the prince. Whether some official ordered the assassination. Remember when those rumors started? Father was on edge for days. I remember even when I hadn't said anything, he'd scold me and send me away. I don't suppose you ever heard if there was any truth to that. Sorry. I don't mean to dance around it, so it's just not an easy thing to ask about. I was talking with one of our allies, Hulkenberg. She said Forden mentioned something he couldn't have known, unless he was actually there, the night of the attack. Unlikely as it is, if it turns out Forden was involved, she won't suffer him being crowned. She'll be out for vengeance. And you're the eldest daughter of House Cygnus, a Sanctist family. The people would see you as an accomplice to a man who had a hand in killing the royals. I couldn't bear to let that happen. You don't deserve that. I need to know the truth.
Then, suppose His Eminence Forden were guilty of such sin. What would you do with him? With the Sanctist Church?
What do you mean?
Well, I was but a girl of only 12 years. I knew nothing about the inner workings of the crown theocracy.
Sister, what's wrong?
Nothing. I'm fine. If a tad overworked. All these new developments and tragic events. I'm just run a little ragged, that's all.
Sister.
I'll be fine. Really. I'm sorry you had to see me like that. If I am to be the people's saint, I must be strong enough to play the part. Maybe I'll hold off on the harder drinks today, just to be safe. It's been a long time since we could spend some simple time together like this. It's like we're just two sisters visiting Montario for the holiday. I'll see you again soon.
So you have your choice. We have a huge cutscene coming up when we rest. Or do you want to stop now? I understand if you want to stop, because we've been at this for over 2 hours. No, please no. Please no, what? I have to know. You need to see the cutscene. Okay, let me take these dishes down, and then I will play the cutscene. Just a second. Yes, I want to watch and I need answers. I respect that. We are going to get a lot of things at once.
What now?
The train has taken off the station, and unfortunately someone put rocket thrusters on it too.
Good night.
Oh, the ducky is cute too.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Now, let's get this year's Saints' Day Festival of Montario underway. We will begin with a few words from His Eminence, Sanctifex Forden.
Looks like Dracodios hasn't left his side.
Today is a day of great celebration. A day to offer up our thanks to God. But first, an announcement. Luis is dead. The royal family's murderer has been put to justice. Now much of the kingdom's trust lies with me. Even this king-defying lance is safe in my hands. I would not see further bloodshed in endless, futile conflict. Is it not past time for reconciliation and open dialogue as a newly forged nation?
He's talking as if the race is already over. What about deciding the winner?
All but a formality now, isn't it? His Eminence has the overwhelming majority on his side. Better to establish peace now and crown Sanctifex Forden.
No. He would end the tournament here and now.
So he's just going to call the race while he's ahead? How convenient.
But the throne's decided by the king, not this tournament.
Forden only had to abide by that when he had Luis to compete with. If he ends this while he's this far ahead, we won't be able to reverse it.
Oi! The game's not over yet, you cocky bastard! We only seek to submit to the will of the people. Though you would be wise to quit the race with all speed.
Forden for the throne! Then we will finally have peace! Hail His Majesty Forden! Long live His Majesty Forden!
Damn him. The people already believe him the victor. Tournament won or no, his dominance will soon be unshakable.
Let's go. We reclaim the lance, now!
Now? Are you out of your mind?
If he's going to keep it close to hand, we'll never have a chance to swap it out. We'll have to take it by force.
We have no choice.
If there really is no other way.
So you were after this lance all along? Loyalists indeed. How many more candidates must die by your hand?
His magler is horrific, distorted. It's sickening.
What did you? How dare you, you pagan wretch! You would steal this holy lance for your own vile ends. That alone is treason against the kingdom, you filthy assassins.
Assassins? Then we're in good company. That night, you were the one behind the attack on His Royal Highness. You framed Luis for your crime and banished him from the palace. Do you deny it?
Precisely the sort of baseless claims I'd expect from desperate sinners.
Baseless, is it? In that case, shall we produce proof of your treason?
You waste your breath. What do your words matter now? The royal family is gone. Luis is dead. Only I remain. And only I am fit for the throne.
You vile traitor!
You call His Eminence a traitor? Preposterous! The Sanctifex is incapable of such deeds!
Your Majesty Forden, punishment to the disloyal. Charge these ruffians with your divine lance!
Behold, The flock has spoken. Those who defy me are to be executed. Before you die, know that I am in your debt for killing Luis and handing me the crown.
Del, what the hell's going on? I thought the prince's curse was supposed to be off.
It's clearly not. The prince's assassination, the whole lot. It was all the Sanctists. It was all that bastard pulling the strings from the start. Wait. Is that...
You! Identify yourself! Who are you?
We're at a festival. Should we not be festive? I've come to meet you, Forden.
Luis? Impossible. How could you have survived? Not that it matters. It falls to me to finish the job, then. Coming here seals your fate. Hell awaits, and this time I'll make sure you stay there. Face your divine punishment, Luis! But why?
It appears your sins outweigh mine.
What have you done?
That lance is counterfeit, just like you. This is the true lance.
You snake, Luis.
Did he just kill Sanctifex Forden?
No. Impossible.
Nothing to see here. The festival is cancelled. Cancelled.
Del, Lord Luis is alive.
What's going on?
Good people! You have heard the truth with your own ears. Forden was the vile mastermind behind the prince's assassination. For casting his sins upon me, for seeking to usurp the throne, I have passed due judgment. A tainted Sanctifex is unfit to rule. What's the matter? You seem lost for words.
But you're supposed to be dead.
In a sense, yes.
Then how? How are you alive? Forden's own attendant confirmed your death.
Forden's attendant? You mean that fellow?
No! Zorba?
He's alive!
Back at the Grand Cathedral, I ordered the dead to recover my body if the need arose.
I'd always intended for Forden to die by my hand. And the first step in his downfall was Zorba's infiltration.
Impossible. The lance pierced you through your very breastplate.
It did indeed. And frankly, I'm still impressed. Few could land such a decisive blow against me. But I'm afraid fate was on my side, not yours.
Mortal anatomy is my speciality. I knew at first glance that the wound was deep, but the heart was intact. Lord Luis is destined for far greater than this, so I devised a plan. I would proclaim his death and deceive both Forden and his flock. After that, it was simply a matter of magically regenerating his flesh overnight. Only a fool would expect him to die in such a place.
I could have emerged as soon as I'd healed. But where's the theater in that? Today is a day of celebration. The least I could do is offer a fitting death out of mercy.
Why do you have the real lance? Wasn't it supposed to have gone to Forden?
Wee bit slow on the uptake, eh? I just told you, I was present for the inspection. It was hardly a difficult task to swap out your counterfeit.
So you knew the truth of it? No. Have you always been ahead of us? Ever since the moment we thought Zorba dead?
Okay, I'm gonna pause for a minute. You can actually find out Zorba's alive earlier if, I think during Brilhaven, if you fail that before you go to Virga Island, you actually get murdered by Zorba. That is what happens.
A holy lance, a convincing prop. What does it matter? Had I truly died, it would simply indicate that I was never fit for my ambitions. Power is the only true arbiter. Behold the proof. Forden lies dead, and the lance is in my hand, just as planned.
You let us do as we pleased, even knowing the risks. You're insane!
Indulge me a question. You stole the magic formula from me. Surely you soon learned that it was useless. That's why you then resorted to killing the caster. You were desperate to lift the spell. Is that not so? In other words, the curse's victim still draws breath. For that reason, you sought to kill me even amidst this competition, even with the difficulty of the king's magic in your way. So, His Venerable Highness the Prince survived. Where is he? Speak or die.
Please, spare us!
Stop! Leave them be!
How quickly the Sanctus break rank and flee. Their flock left to die. This is Sanctism.
No! Stop him!
Out of the way!
Why?
Go! Run!
Come now.
Thank you. You protect them. Yet what value do they have to you?
It's not that! This is just wrong! It's wrong, me lord!
I see. So even you two faltered.
Dal! Dal!
Fidelio!
Hey! Wake up!
I get it now. Only fair thing in this world is power. With it, you can take whatever you want in this life. Or so I thought.
Tell.
But you know, if all the weak get left behind, who's left to protect them? I've been an idiot. Sorry about that.
Stop talking, Dal.
you know. Our little diner. Music in the air. It's grand. Look after Lady Juna. Huh? Hey. Tell? Tell!
Pitiful. See what Brotherhood earned them.
You were right on both.
Lord Louis, that's what it all comes down to for you, yeah? The strong are right, the weak are wrong. Doesn't matter what you were born into, there's fairness in that. We saw you as our own. We thought that if you had a proper strong fella on top, he'd be able to put a stop to all the meaningless discrimination. But we had it wrong. You're no ray of hope. It doesn't matter to you. Killing anyone, it doesn't make you feel unclean. You're the kind of cold-blooded bastards we hate more than anything!
Do not concern yourself with this peon, Lord Luis. With my newfound power, I shall tear them limb from limb.
This way! Guards, hurry!
Step aside. You have important work to do.
Yeah, the puppies want to bark, sorry.
Seize the criminals who murdered His Eminence!
We didn't do it, but we should probably still run. Basilio, come with us!
Shut up! What about Tell? You saw what that bastard did to him!
I will not let you die in vain. Your brother didn't do this so you could get yourself killed. For now, please flee with us.
Shit!
Come, make haste.
Oh, welcome back. It went about as well as could be expected. We wanted something nicer for his grave, but they told us something like that's reserved for Sanctus tradition.
You can expect little else in Altabri. I apologize for not being present.
We've just gotten ourselves out of the public eye. If we had gone as a group, worst case, we'd have been turned in.
I wish we could have mourned him at his home. It had to happen in the lap of the Sanctus Church of all places. I hear the Parapists typically prefer a more joyful send-off, with singing and celebration.
It's alright. Us soldier kids could never afford to be too picky. Tell knew he couldn't choose where to snuff it. The fact that you were there, Lady Juna, that's enough for us.
Basilio.
Best to leave him be for a while. He's just lost the only family he had.
By the way, have you checked the Farsight mirror? The curse might be...
Unfortunately, it still hasn't lifted. Guess that means it was someone other than Forden after all.
But Forden brazenly admitted that he had been the mastermind. Luis was innocent of that crime, at least.
Someone must have cast it at Forden's command. Unless we can find and kill them in time. Damn it all!
We've more pressing problems at hand, don't we? Now Luis knows the prince is alive. Surely that's far from ideal.
The village is deep in the forest. It's not an easy place to find, even if you're looking. Going to the prince's side could be dangerous, so let's not get ahead of ourselves.
But even if we sought the real culprit, we no longer have any leads to follow.
If I might make a suggestion, perhaps we should visit my sister again. She may have some insight on the Sanctus Church's past, but that's tomorrow's concern. As for tonight, we could all use some time to rest our hearts and minds.
it's you, kid. You look near dead yourself.
Del? What?
Seems you made it out in one piece, though.
Are you alive? But back there, you... Don't tell me you pulled some bloody trick. Just like Luis. Bloody hell, Del. I thought I...
Basilio, sorry. From here on, you're taking the lead.
But why? I can't without you. Del, I only made it this far because I followed you.
Don't give me that. You're the strong one. Me, I never knew where I was going. Basilio, protect the weak. Swear you'll do it, not for me, but for yourself. If you can do that, I'll always be with you.
Del...
Don't give me that look. Well, this one's goodbye for now. You ready? Let's hear it, Basilio. You fight. But why?
O Lodestar, ye grief-racked brother, O thou anguished traveller. Thy long stagnant stance hath finally been broken. Now choose thy path.
Not really a choice. It's back to the starting line. This time I'll lead. Ardell entrusted me with this chance. I've got to show him I've got this.
Thank you. Thou hast chosen a noble parting. O Lodestar, whose light reveals the king's own path. Henceforth, thy fears and insecurities are thy light. Awaken.
See you around, Del.
Thank goodness! You're finally awake! You were passed out! Don't scare me like that! Not that I can blame you. After all that's happened.
Sir Basilio, there's a magla flowing through him. I think it's the same as our power.
It's you lot. From before.
They want to pay their respects for Fidelio. Thank you. Thank you so very much.
Ardell. Funny, innit? Maybe this world's not so bad. Thanks.
By God, what in the world is that, lads? It struck down Santifex Forden right before our eyes. That's supposed to be impossible.
And Luis made sure it was a bloody spectacle, before an audience even. The bastard is making sport of it.
We must devise a plan. Otherwise, even if Luis does not sway our supporters,
they may lose faith in the church.
Before all else, we must choose a successor, but they need not share Forden's strength.
I have brought her here.
You requested an audience? Assembled lords?
Rella, we must ask your support. Let me be direct. We would like you to enter the tournament as a formal successor to His Eminence Sanctifex Forden.
This girl? She is your plan?
Have you gone mad? I reject this proposal. If anyone is to succeed His Eminence, it should be me, as his trusted right hand.
See sense. Strength alone means nothing. And without that, you have nothing worthy of the people's loyalty.
Rella, will you not speak? Surely you feel what they ask of you is beyond your station.
Well, that is...
You are wise beyond your years, Rella. Surely you understand. What the lost children need now is not a righteous avenger, but a refuge from their fears. The people would flock to a saint who dwells among her people. Already many would rejoice to see you rule as queen. Rella, will you answer their call?
This is all rather sudden.
Of course, you would have our full support. Naturally, we will make arrangements so that the tournament's next round turns in your favor.
Even so, I am unfit to be queen.
Allow me to clarify. This is not exactly a request. Would you rather have that tyrant Luis become king?
Well...
Hey, sounds like we've got big news. I just heard from the pack of Sanctists. I figured they'd shove someone up to take Forden's place. But where it is, it'll be Saint Rella. Gonna be an announcement tomorrow.
The mourning for Forden's barely started, and they're already lining up his successor. And Rella, at that. Going for popularity over power, it seems.
They're getting careless. Though, thinking about it, maybe it's a smarter choice than it seems.
But, say Saint Rella wins against Luis, becomes proper queen and all, gets to do what she wants. Doesn't that tidy this whole thing right up?
No! This can't be her own decision. Just the idea of being queen would put her stomach in knots.
The politicians must be trying to make her their puppet. Perhaps it was an order she could not refuse.
This isn't good. Probably not the best time to talk to her either.
But that's got to mean they're keeping the tournament going, right? Then they'll probably announce the next challenge once Rella's candidacy goes public.
Either way, I don't like it. This is all escalating too fast for my tastes. All the support Forden had campaigned for will likely just go straight to Rella with hardly a dent. If Luis and the Sanctus Church are trying to reclaim the status quo as the two pillars of government, that'll be a tough lead to shake. After all, just lifting the curse isn't going to be enough to restore the prince to the throne.
Indeed. Luis versus Rella. Front-runner and runner-up, with no ties to the royal family between them. Everyone will see plain that popularity's eclipsed royal right. His Highness himself will have to win this battle on the faith of the people, or his claim to the crown will never be acknowledged.
Besides which, Luis now knows that His Highness lives. His whereabouts have not been discovered, but the Kingslayer will take up the hunt.
So many obstacles. What do we do?
Well, I know one way to keep a VIP protected. A classic tactic, really. The military does it all the time. We use a body double. You're supposed to be a dead ringer for the prince, yeah?
You mean he pretends to be the prince? That's absurd. You realize it's a capital offense to impersonate royalty.
I'm in. As long as they don't find out.
You can't just casually drop an "I'm in" on this.
Adzel was right about you being mental. I think we could pull it off, though. The prince has been gone ages. Nobody's in a position to point out differences.
Wait, just think about this. He's elder. The royal family's Clamar and have been for generations. His appearance would be the least of our worries.
If I may. His Highness the Prince lacks the Clamar horns. Some rumors suggested 'twas not some miraculous feature of the prince alone, but a mark of elden blood. I've heard no confirmation either way myself, but at the very least, 'tis a tale any aristocrat is bound to have heard in passing.
In other words, with an elder claiming the prince's name and a known royal knight to vouchsafe him, we'd have enough plausibility to shake the nobles to their core.
Of course, all this means little, unless our double himself is willing. What say you?
I am the prince. Was that believable?
Even this doesn't get to you?
Sometimes I worry about you.
Your resolve has been challenged many times over, and never have you strayed. I am humbled once more. I pledge my sword to this gambit.
Good. Then we declare ourselves tomorrow, where this announcement's going to take place. Seems like the optimal place to make sure we're heard.
Right then. Looks like I'll have to give the old girl a polish worthy of a prince. My cue as well. From here on, it's nose to the grindstone until my magnum opus is finished. Can't let the lad be the only one with his life on the line.
Can we talk?
We have no clue what might happen in a situation like this, so once we're done with preparations for the city, let's focus on tomorrow. But remember, the monks have their eyes on us. Keep shopping in the Blue Sky Bridge area and return to the runner at night. We will save for now. We are going to get cutscene after cutscene after cutscene tomorrow. It is gonna hit really hard. I don't remember the prince's eyes, but wouldn't he have to cover his... What do you mean wouldn't he have to cover... Oh, cover his eyes? The prince had blue eyes. So, we will stop now. If you want, we can do it tomorrow. You're in for a lot more plot tomorrow. It is just speed run through plot right now. Then we get a very short break to do what we want, and then the plot does not stop until we beat the game. I hope you're ready. Thank you for watching.